Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geomologist Presents. Today, we are continuing our Dune Adventures in the Imperium mini campaign, where we're trying to run the Fall of the Imperium campaign. It's a campaign source book. It kind of details the fall of Arrakis, although the players have created characters that are from a minor house, and hopefully they'll explain the house and all that kind of stuff, so I don't have to. We have two players with me tonight, and I will introduce you from right to left as I see you on the screen. First is Arlen.
Hi, I'm Arlen, and I am playing Bertrand, who is the War Master, I think is the title,
Yes,
for his role in House Altaforte.
right. And then we have Amy.
Hello, I'm playing Layla, and she's a Fremen. And
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
although she's a Fremen and a scout and trustworthy, she and her family have always worked for this minor house, and she's, in her opinion, friends with Bertrand.
Okay. And do we want to give a summary of what happened last time or the last adventure? We actually finished the Quick Start Adventure. You could check it out on our YouTube channel, and it's the adventure Worm Sign um, that we did. Does anyone want to give me a summary? What
I
happened last time?
I can give a very distinct synopsis. Bertrand beat things up, and Layla rode a worm. That's all that needs to be said.
Yeah, we had found out about some smugglers, some spice smugglers, and we were going to go figure out how to deal with them. We ended up making a deal with them, but then we found out that the our enemy house, whose name is
Shanahan.
Chedahen,
Right.
they had also had some plans for the spice that the smugglers were harvesting,
That's them.
and
Mhm.
yeah, sent some a troop carrier with soldiers to go try to get deal with these smugglers also, and so we had allied with the smugglers and we fought the enemy house, and all of the fighting ended up attracting a sandworm, and so Layla had to ride on the worm, drive it away from the the place we were hanging out in the desert so that everybody else could be okay. And then we got on the troop ornithopter and headed back home.
Get to the Thopta.
Yep.
To the chopper.
The Thopta.
But
Yep.
we
Yeah,
enjoyed
so,
every minute of riding the worm. At least she did.
right. Yeah, so probably Jaceel, who is one of the House Scions, and Nicolaj, is it Nicolaj,
Nikolash.
is probably helping with the negotiations to the spice, but you all are, unless you have any questions from last time,
No.
you all are
There's a
talking.
there's a term that refers to a word that is made out of roots from another language, where the division of the roots is not the division where a native speaker of the new language would put them. So the example that comes to mind often is helicopter, right? Because helico and pater are the two roots, but people in English, heli and copter are where you would naturally divide it. And ornithopter is the same way, right? With right? It's ornitho and pater, the same
Mhm,
ter for wing,
mhm.
but thopter being the the division.
Right, as opposed, yeah, like chopper or yeah,
Yep.
copter. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah, it's interesting. Languages are fun. All right,
Yep.
so as you know, House Atreides has taken over the fiefdom of Arrakis from the Harkonnens, and things happen because of that.
They always do.
Right. So I think All right. Interesting. How does that start? Right. So you find yourselves back in. Oops. So many things to open. You find yourselves back in Arcane. And do I have you guys on Arcane? No, of course not. Can you hear the dog in the background? Kind of funny.
I cannot.
No. He likes to make noises, sound effects.
Right. This is an interesting map of the place. I'll put you guys on here. And all right.
I am assuming that they don't know we're there, or do they know we're there?
Yeah, you guys are known that you're here. It's known that you're here.
Okay.
All right. So you arrive on Arcane, and you're contacted. I think you're contacted. Is that correct? Okay. All right. So you're contacted by a broker named Ibn El Mal.
Ibn El Mal.
You are supposed to meet him. He is known as a known Solari lender in Arcane, and more importantly, he is an agent for House Artoforte, with a side business you've heard in collecting secrets. So he tells you he has important information to give to you.
I'm assuming that he contacted Bertrand and not Layla.
He might have. Let me see if he might have actually contacted Layla, because he's probably like a city Fremen.
Okay.
Or I don't know what the exact term for that is.
Then she would let Bertrand know, and she'd invite him to join them for coffee. Or
he's going to meet you at some lounge on the wall.
Okay.
You probably can't see. Yeah, they typically do this. Apologies. Hold on, a second.
They do what?
They kind of they tend to do that. Like they don't. Oops. Oh no.
Nope.
I'm just going to pause this. Unpaused.
All right, so you've arrived on Arcane, and you can either set up in the residency or a hotel as guests. Well, residency as guests of the treaties, although I guess they're maybe not yet in full force, or at least you haven't been invited to dinner yet. But you're supposed to meet this person, Ibn El Mal. Later that evening, he's suggested a place near the wall called the Bitter Oasis. Okay. It's an upscale establishment by the standards of Arrakis, moderately climate controlled, it seems. And yeah, several fake but convincing decorative plants. They serve waters and cuisine representing off-worlder tastes rather than the native flair of Arrakis. So apparently there's a picture, maybe. The Bitter Oasis, but that seems like a lot of regular plants. So maybe that's not it. But that's the handout they gave me to show with this.
Well,
interesting.
You can show it to us.
I thought I did.
No.
No.
There it is.
Okay.
Just looks like a plant store.
Well, maybe they're particularly subtle depictions of fake plants.
Perhaps a lot of fake plants.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
I'm gonna put fake in quotation marks.
They're convincing. So the security guards seem to be discreet and professional. Although they tell you that you probably know ahead of time, Bertrand, that there's no tolerance for violence. Um, and as the nightlife ramps up, uh, soon Ibn El-Mel comes to meet you. See him, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And he's here to give you more information. But he says, but in good time, of course. So you can use an average communicate to learn some rumors. And I probably need to bring the momentum. I'll bring the momentums over and the threat.
Do you have good communicate, Arlen?
I do not have good communicate.
I have a 4 in communicate,
Well,
and it's communicate in what, Carl?
Whatever whatever you want to use, right? Whatever they're not attributes, they're
yeah.
drives.
I mean,
Well, I could do communicate in truth. That's pretty good, and that seems like that makes sense to get rumors.
There's two of you, so I get 4 threat.
Mhm.
well, it's either that or I could do communicate,
And I guess so.
and I could do
Okay.
duty because I have a duty to the house to speak to him, and then that would give me a 4 and an 8.
Right. This is like what you're overhearing before Ibn al-Mal.
Do we both roll?
Yeah, you can both roll. I can give you 2 different rumors.
Yeah, all right. Let's do.
Okay.
Here's me. 2 dice. No focus.
1 success, right?
1 success.
Okay, so 1 success is what you need. You had left 4 momentum on the table last time, actually, amazingly. So I dropped it down to 3. And there's 2 of you, so you have to start with 4 threat. But you got 1 success. So you can roll a. Looks like it's probably a D10. Yes, it is a D10.
Okay. And then when he's done, I'll do my roll.
Yep.
A 2.
You pick up and hear that the price of spice skyrockets as the changeover disrupts the production schedule. People expected the Atreides to be better overlords, but in the short run, that will not expedite spice harvesting, complains a local merchant. All right.
That's normally the case. So roll communicate.
And yeah, whatever drive you would like.
Duty. Submit. Okay, using a focus. I don't have a focus, I don't believe. I mean, I have a.
No, you don't have a focus.
I don't have a focus.
Right.
So 1.
But you got 1 success though, right? So that's cool. Okay. All right. So you pick up another rumor. So you roll a D10.
Oh, 1.
You hear interesting.
Do tell.
Maybe someone talk. See. Oh, okay. So Fremen approaches you,
Okay.
Layla, and he says, "I will give you information about the Harkonnens in exchange for windtrap repair components. I see you work for the Offworlders."
For what parts? Your sound is going down.
Windtrap repair components.
Okay. Repair component. I'll pass that along to Bertrand.
Okay.
I just scout around. I don't promise things to people.
Right. So Ibn al-Mal says that, well, he tells you with the turmoil here, I just discovered the arrival of agents from House Ekaz on Arrakis. It is well known throughout the Imperium. Well, you guys, Bertrand maybe raises an eyebrow. It is well known throughout the Imperium that House Ekaz harbors a hatred for for House Harkonnen, and no doubt they are here to take advantage of the turmoil and exact vengeance. Even Elmal says I can spot the factor without effort. And if I can spot them when they arrive, surely the improper networks of the Harkonnen can find them as well. Something important is happening, and I believe you will want to take advantage of it.
What do you expect us to take advantage of?
Well, the turmoil, of course. You seem like an opportunistic house, so I am told. But will you support the Ekaz agents? I know you have a particular house that does not like you. And I have heard, he sips his coffee, there was trouble in the desert recently.
There's always trouble in the desert. Bertram?
Is your house, he asked for a little information. Is your house friends or enemies of the Atreides? Is your rival house these bat folk? Enemies
Certainly.
or allies of the Harkonnen?
Certainly, we'd rather help out House Atreides, and if we can give the Harkonnens and their buddies a black eye on the way, that wouldn't be against our wishes.
I see. Well,
strange things happen in the desert.
Yes, strange things do indeed, and evidence tends to disappear. All right.
What are you suggesting that we do to help out the house?
I suggest nothing. I am just an information broker. I will let you know when this person arrives.
Yeah, if you could put us in contact with our
yes, of course. Of course, and I will. I can expect your great house Ataforte. The symbol is, I don't know what the symbol is.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to figure that out. Should have figured that out on the Discord while we had the chance. But
right, of course. Well, does Alta Forte mean something about high fort, right?
Yeah, it's the name of a castle, and I assume it just means like high strong place, right? Because
so maybe you guys have like a eagle on top of a rook.
Yeah, something like that.
Probably on a purple, on a green or purple field. Something like that. Yep. Since your colors seem to be purple and green, I don't know why, but they do. So okay.
I'm not complaining.
Well, because I prefer raptors to bats in any case. He says. He says, but I also know that those of the High Stronghold honor their debts. He's implying, you can't get, that he would want a favor in return at some point.
Yeah, I got that part.
Okay. All right. So he does point out the a woman who points out the Ekaz agent. The agent appears to be a merchant looking to secure contacts on leasing new harvesting equipment. Because I believe that they may have another safe house of some form here in Arakeen with more agents, but well, I do not know where. But I would not mind knowing.
So do we want to check in with the Fremen that I found that for a wind trap repair component can give us information on the Harkonnen?
On the Harkonnen? Well, you'd have to give them the wind trap components, and then they could give you that information. Probably don't have those on you now, but I'm sure.
I was posing a question to Bertram.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you were asking me.
Yeah, if you've got a contact that could help us get some more information, I certainly think we could maybe. Is there a reason? I guess my question is there a particular reason that they couldn't just buy the components themselves, or is it, you know?
Well, alas, he's a Fremen. A lot of things are not allowed for the Fremens to buy.
Mm,
But
well, or
I can call him back over. We can speak to him. Is he still at the Bitter Oasis, Carl?
Yeah, you can find the guy.
Can we call him back over?
Sure.
yeah, can we like issue a promissory note against our house treasury or something?
Yeah. Is that also communicate? Is this all communicate today?
Are we rolling this again?
Or let me, I guess, isn't discipline like to take advantage of your resources? Also, let me double check. They've got funky
Mm-hmm.
places like that, right? Things that do odd.
No.
Guess I could do communicate and duty or communicate and truth again, unless you have something better, Bertrand.
Well, that's part of why I was thinking about. I mean, I guess it is probably communicate to get information from it. That's true. I was just thinking about uh, the other
Yeah. What does discipline do?
side of. Do.
So I can try this. If I fail, then you can try the discipline.
Okay, discipline. Well, what I was thinking of is to compel or threaten others through presence and authority alone. So I don't think that
Okay.
applies.
Oh, no.
But yeah, communicate to
And if you don't do promissory note, I
or
could see truth could work here too as a drive.
you
But
know, maybe something like understand, right? Because that's like perform research, recall things, reach conclusions and deductions. If they don't, I guess it depends on if they have hard evidence for us or if they just have a little bit of kind of implication.
So
well,
under.
they just would like components, but you're trying to I guess it'd
Well,
be
I guess I'm thinking of
communicate to convince them to give you the information now on the promise that you'll get you the components.
okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's
Okay.
describe it that way.
Okay,
We're gonna
so
convince them.
communicate duty again.
Or truth even could work.
I have a better duty than truth, but it's up to you.
Well, you
I've
guys
got
can
a.
team
Why
up,
don't
right?
you
There's an
do
eight.
since they're Fremen and you're the contact? Why don't you do
Oh yeah, you could
communicate
use
duty
Fremen. You could use Fremen
and use the Fremen? Yeah.
as a trait.
And does that get me an extra die?
Well, are you gonna aid Bertrand?
Sure, I can help.
It won't give you an extra die, but it'll reduce the difficulty.
Yeah. All right,
So, so just
I'll do
Bertrand's
my
gonna
aid
roll.
die first.
Yeah, Bertrand's gonna roll first to
okay.
see if he, and then
One.
if he any successes he gets are gonna add to the successes that you have. You have 3 momentum,
Nice.
by the way, too.
Okay.
Oh, good.
All
Is that
right.
a 1? No, it's 1 success. Yeah, it's a 5.
Yeah, one success.
All right.
Rolled 5. Yeah.
All right.
So just roll my normal 2 dice, but being a Fremen and him helping lowers my difficulty.
Well, you'll lower your difficulty, so it's from a difficulty 2 to a 1 because you don't, you're not showing them the stuff, and they're
right.
banking on your promise. But
my-
there, we have 3 momentum. You have 3
My
momentum right now.
question is, you said I can invoke my Fremen, which will lower the difficulty.
Yes,
And
from a
then-
2 to a 1.
And Arlen got 1 success, so that 1 success is added to any I get.
Right, but you have to succeed. But if you want to use momentum, you have 3 momentum.
So I can take 1 momentum to add 1 die.
Yeah.
Okay, I will
So you have
take
3
1.
dice.
I will take 1.
3 dice, difficulty 1.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, very nice.
Okay.
Wow, 4 successes, 5 successes, then, isn't it? Is that correct?
I think so. That's 2, 2, and then his 1.
Oh, did you?
Oh, it's counting both of those as double successes based on a focus.
You don't have a focus. No,
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
okay. It's
there
3
should be-
successes, so you only needed
Yeah,
1. So
three
you got 2.
successes versus 1.
Yeah.
okay.
So you got 2 momentum back in the pool then. All right. So, unless you want to use one of those to obtain information, like where these guys are from or whatever.
That's up to you, Arlen.
Like
I don't
what?
know. Let's see what information they have, and maybe if we need extra information, we can.
Okay. All right. So they go, I've heard that your house, well, I hear that they employ, I do not know if the word employ is correct. I hear that they respect the Fremen,
I would not be here if they did not.
and you would not betray us. Therefore, I will tell you on your word.
Mm-hmm.
But we would like those wind trap repair components sooner rather than later, my friend.
What do you
He
need
says,
them for?
because we have noticed that some of the members of our group have noticed Harkonnen troops training in secret among the caves of the deep desert. And he goes on to describe the training that they are doing. So you can make a challenging, which is 2 dice battle test. Bertrand, I'm sure
Yeah.
Bertrand will do the battle.
Yeah, I'll do battle and truth. That seems appropriate.
Oh,
And I'll use 1 momentum for 3 dice.
Okay.
Since we need to get
I'm not
some successes.
understanding
Oh, and
what them training in the desert has to do with them needing a wind trap repair.
Well, I think that the wind trap repair is what the Fremen need. The training in the desert is the information they have to sell for.
Right. So they describe to you what how the training, what the Harkonnen are doing.
All right, and I've got both tactics and strategy, and surely one of them counts for
a focus.
Focus.
Yes, you can put a focus there.
All right, look at that.
3 successes.
Yeah, 3 successes.
So you get 1 momentum back. You got your momentum back. All right. So you realize it sounds like these Harkonnen are practicing skirmish techniques for assaulting a base or facility.
Sneaky. Classic Harkonnen shit.
Yep.
You know.
So it's going to happen soon. Whatever it's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I guess we ought to try to figure out.
So
what
anyway,
might happen.
So if you want to, so now you can probably go talk to.
Are they always training in the same spot at the same time?
That's a good question.
Because if so, we could maybe ask our little worm friends to make an appearance.
He goes, yes, well, and you give the trap, we will show you where this is. For that information, we need the components. We cannot. Information for information. We trust your word.
Yeah, that's fine. That seems fair.
But the rest of the intel, well,
it's good to know. Thank you for your help, and I'll tell him we'll go to the Arakeen market tomorrow morning. I assume that's where we can buy these types of components, although I don't know how kind of industrial the stuff that we need
you could probably make a roll to get them from your house.
Okay, yeah. I'll tell him we'll figure out how to get them to him. You know,
I mean, remember these houses are filthy rich, right?
Yeah. So we'll tomorrow or the day after or something, we'll make a rendezvous to trade off the gear, or we'll have like a loading dock with some of it there, and we'll tell them where to pick it up, that sort of thing.
Right. So while this was going on, Ibn al-Mal has contacted this woman or approached this woman. I'm assuming with your leave to make an introduction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
so he brings you guys over. And she kind of looks at you because we might have allies in common, but I'm not sure. So, you guys kind of converse for a little bit about, so tell me about your house, right? And you converse about your houses.
Mhm.
And if you can make a communicate test, just a difficulty one, communicate, to see how, if you're, if you seem trustworthy to her.
Okay.
Mm.
So what am I doing? Communicate what?
Just a difficulty one, communicate. Am I not,
With what drive?
whatever drive? Remember, you can always choose a drive as long as it sounds reasonable. So remember, it's your character, your drive, right? So
Yeah, it's what
truth, if
fits
you want
them.
to sound trustworthy. Duty, because you want to make allies for the house. I mean,
I would think
so
more duty than anything else. And do I need, Ireland, do you want me to take a momentum?
Sure, we've got what, like four
four
right
now. Yeah.
now? Yeah,
Yeah,
why not use that?
I'll
Okay.
take one. Um, focus.
Nope. I don't think you don't have
No,
a focus.
nothing.
Mm,
Oh no.
no, no.
Why does it roll 3 times? I didn't do anything else.
Yeah.
Carl,
Okay.
why is it rolling 3 times?
It
Is
did
that
roll three
each?
times. It
Is
rolled.
that each die?
That's each die. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
13. Just 13, 15, and 15. Just high rolls.
I'm not saying that it was wrong. I was just trying to figure
Yeah.
out
Great.
why 3.
Yeah. Great for D&D. Okay.
But you can try it, Bertrand.
Let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see if they have stats for this person.
I should have invoked my personality trait of being trustworthy.
Oh, wrong. Okay.
That'd be one ring.
Okay. I'm gonna roll her discipline here.
It's okay if you want to fail.
Okay. Um, Surprisingly, she draws a blade. Then I failed her discipline. She draws a blade.
I think Layla would say, I don't think that's necessary.
And she says, "Are you agents of the Harkonnen?
No.
I will not rest until every Harkonnen is dead."
No, we're not agents of the Harkonnen, and you should be aware proprietors don't really like violence here. Um, Also, like she's a Fremen, right? That
No,
they pretty much all hate. I mean,
she's
no,
not a.
I'm speaking to her. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
Layla's a Fremen, and like they
Well,
pretty much all hate the Harkonnens as
Hmm.
much or more than you do.
They took my family's land and killed my people. I have no friendship with them. If you tell me where they are, I would be more than happy to go take them out silently at night while they sleep. But I'll request that you put your blade down first.
okay. Let me see if these soldiers are these are the guys, the guards. You seen anything? I can't see them. All right. Well, so I guess what is understand? I guess.
I don't really think you want her rolling right now. Did the guards notice that she pulled a weapon?
Yeah, they're moving towards you guys now. She has it. She drew her blade, her knife, I guess. Here. Yeah.
I will kind of jerk my head in the direction of the guards and say, "Best put that away." It looks like the guards have noticed.
Uh, even Elmal will say, I'm just gonna roll one dice for him because you
Mhm.
guys get it. So he's gonna say, please uh, let us let us be calm here. Let us be calm. I will distract the guards while you calm the situation down, he says. Um, does it have a focus on that? Oh wow, he's not too
Oh,
wow. Dang. Okay.
Roll 20's not
Okay. Well,
liking us today.
I know. All right. So since Layla kind of, for some reason, she doesn't trust Layla, even though you gave an argument, Bertrand, you're gonna have to salvage this. And
Can
okay.
can
unfortunately,
can Layla go up to the guards?
yeah, Layla might have to help Ibn al-Mal with the guards. But yeah, you can go help him because the guards look like they're gonna like arrest him or something as he goes up to them. All
Mhm.
right. Okay. So yeah, you can go do something there, Amy, if you want. Um,
Because
but Bertrand's gonna have to. Let's do Bertrand trying to salvage the communications here.
Yep.
I mean, she does have a weapon out.
Yeah, but I'm still talking, trying to look, calm, normal, and I'm gonna
I guess she's twitchy. We've learned
yeah. So I'm gonna lean
difficulty
into
too now, though.
yep. I'm gonna lean into being kind of a bit of a hard officer type and say, come on now, you can't seriously expect that the Harkonnens would put in this much work to prevent you from being taken by the guard. Really, even consider if you're this nervy before combat, how can you expect to defeat them? Calm down and, let's try this rationally. So I'm
Okay.
sort of trying to browbeat her a little bit, I guess,
Yeah.
into backing
You guys have
off.
3 momentum.
Yeah, and I'm going to use some momentum for sure.
Okay.
Um,
I don't feel this needs to be contested because you guys are the
yeah, I'll
focus. So
do, you know what? I'm going to use all three momentum for 2 dice
go for
since it
it.
seems like this is important.
remember, you
And
guys
I'm
still
going
have
to do,
that purple thing.
Yeah. Oh, I don't need to use it quite yet.
Okay.
all right. So 4 dice, communicate and truth, because I am
Because
trying to communicate her truthfully that we're not Harkonnens, we're on her side. She just needs to calm down.
Mhm.
Bertrand's going to get 12
Uh,
successes, so don't worry about the momentum.
Okay.
and I guess I'm not using a focus really. So, oh no,
At least you got
terrible.
one.
You got one. Wow. You want to
Well, I
use
could
your
do,
thing
yeah, I could use my determination to reroll
to
3 of
reroll three
those,
of them?
right?
Yeah,
So,
you can.
yeah, let's just do that. All right.
You can take the purple dice away.
Yeah,
We should review how we
3.
regain determination at some point.
Well, eventually, 2 successes.
2 6. Oh, that's what you needed. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Dang. Okay. All right. Well, she puts the knife away. All right, Layla, how are you gonna deal with? So they're like you can't. They go El Mal. You're a troublemaker. Um, we're gonna have to take you in. You're always bringing people that break the peace here.
Can
What is
I?
going on? He's like, but gentlemen, and they're like moving to like cuff him.
Well, I wanted to walk over to the guards, and I wanted to use something in order to talk to them, but I'm not that good at communicate. So, can I use understand and faith, or
What's the angle?
Well, I'm thinking, she was going to go up. Basically, what she wants to do is say, oh, no. We meant no offense. She was simply showing me the blade that she most recently received. And you see, she put it away. She means no harm. She's
Oh yeah,
threatened
sure.
nobody here. And
Yeah, trying to think.
under
Try.
under faith, I have a 6, and I have doubt my faith, fear my fury.
Okay.
Or 1,000 lives, one drop of water, but that doesn't make sense. But
No.
doubt my faith,
Yeah, you
feel my
could.
fury.
I'll let you use understand faith. You're trying to understand the custom in this place and in our team. You've been here a while. It's fine.
Hopefully this goes well. 2 dice.
Just need one.
Huh? I don't have a
You,
focus.
I know, but you can give me threat if you want.
I got 1.
You got one. Okay. Maybe you could always give me threat to get more dice.
Yep.
Not
But
going
you
to give
got
you
it.
any more threat.
You got
I have
it.
4
Right.
already.
Like, oh, wait. Okay. They go, yes. Well, uh, it seemed that she was going to go at your friend or you even.
No. She's simply showing us her blade. She means no harm or no foul. We're all learning our ways here.
Yeah. And even Elmal steps away from them. He kind of, says, I know you are just doing your duty, guards. I understand. Apologies. He's very apologetic. Okay. So I guess as things have calmed down, she introduces herself as Fionn of House Ekaz. Probably by her demeanor, you feel that she's like an assassin type. She has that kind of cat-like walk about her, similar to how Layla. She's not a Fremen, but
Mm-hmm.
walks on
High
the belt.
strung.
Yeah, yeah. Although she's a little twitchy, but
Yeah.
not as calm as Layla or the other assassin type in your house, Sorsha, who we've never seen before. She probably doesn't exist. All right. So House Ekaz. Oh, we saw her one time
Once.
during creation. House Ekaz is on Arrakis for vengeance against the Harkonnen, but we lack the local knowledge to navigate the criminal and political landscape of Arrakis. I see that you kind of know some of the local stuff, local traditions and understandings. It will take weeks of training for Ekaz to pass as locals without being noticed, and I think I've already gained some notice. We
Yeah,
need
let
help.
me.
We need help if we are looking for help and we're looking for allies.
You've definitely already gained notice. I mean, we could tell who you were, which means that any Harkonnen agents in the area probably have some idea. But we can probably help get you underground and subtle in the ways that'll be useful for fighting the Shadow War.
I see. I see. All right.
Layla just wants to say perhaps it is time we left the oasis and maybe discuss this further in a different place. Maybe at the hotel.
Oh, I think I must go and. Well, if you're willing to communicate, perhaps we can. I need to talk to the others in my group. She says.
Before you do that, can you tell me if you've heard anything about the Harkin training in the desert to perhaps make an assault on the
Well,
on the city?
that is something new to us. Training in the desert. I see. Well, if you know about this place, I have people we can help. If
Yes.
that is your goal,
My
we have no.
goal. My goal is to be safe and peaceful and have the Harken gown, which I think is everybody's wish.
Well, very well. Because then we will. I will find the rest of my group and say that we have allies here, and I look forward to the information you gather about where these Harkonnen are, and strike them before they strike at us.
Well, likewise, we expect information as you have it. We do not wish to be ambushed. If you find out information that might be useful to us, please share.
All right, so she's gonna head out. I don't know if you want to. It's up to you if you want to follow.
Layla wants to stealth behind her. Bertrand, do you have good stealth?
No, I don't feel the need to follow her.
I do.
All right. Okay.
So I need to roll something for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for her first, though. It'll be contested.
When I roll, I'm allowed to use my subtle step, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that one. Oh, I only got one success.
Okay.
So you need to beat. You need to get at least 2 successes.
Right. Well, I'm rolling move.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to use my subtle step. So when I make my first attempt at move, I get an extra D20 for free.
Okay. Do you want to give me threat for a couple more?
No, I'm just going to take the one free because you have plenty of threat.
I don't have enough threat. I need more threat.
And I'd like to use my focus of stealth.
Yeah, of course. Yep. All right. Nice. So you're able to follow her.
And we get a momentum.
No, because you needed to tie her and then beat her. So you need like 2 successes.
All right. Well, then we did it.
Versus her. Yeah, but you did it. Okay. All right. So you're able to follow her to a safe house. I don't know if I don't think they have it on here on the map, but maybe I'll figure that out.
Okay.
So I'll see if they say where it is. I might try to follow everything.
Do I see anybody going in or out that I should be concerned about?
Oh, that's a good question. You should make an understand.
Understand what?
Understand check to see if you notice anyone. I think it's understand for perception. Is that what we were using before?
Will it be understand and then what? That's the skill, but what drive?
Faith that you can see people following you. Truth because you're kind of trying to pick people out who are not acting as good actors. So
I'm going to use truth. Just my 2 dice. I don't have a focus and understand, and 2 successes.
Okay.
I get to keep both those 2 successes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 gets to go in the momentum then.
Yeah, 1 momentum. All right. All right. Well, let me get. So someone definitely is following her.
Okay. Do I know who?
No, but you know that someone's following her, and with those 2, since you got 2 stealth too, then they don't notice you following her and following them. You know if it's a male or female. Anyway, So they probably go. You're at the wall, so they're probably their safe house is probably in this area
Okay.
as you follow them, and we'll get back to you. We'll jump over to
Bertrand?
Bertrand for a second. Uh, Ibn Al-Bal says, "Well, I guess you are going to help House Akaz."
Yeah, figure out how to work at least with this particular agent.
Hmm. Yeah. So you can actually, as well. That is good. It is good that we maintain our secrets. Did not see anyone that I recognize as a Harkonnen agent here, and I think we have a good opportunity, my friend,
Yeah, I agree.
because I will.
Also, we need to procure some material for repairing a wind trap.
Oh yes. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
that
Seems
is.
he's like a broker, right? That's his day job.
Yeah, he's a broker, keeper of secrets, so he could definitely
Yeah,
lend you
yeah.
stuff. That's not
I
a
figure
problem.
he could
Yeah.
help out,
Mhm.
get us in touch with the merchant who could do some of that.
Yes, and I will ask around for about these about the Harkonnen in the desert that your Fremen companion mentioned.
Mhm. Yeah, that would be good too. We don't know much about them yet, although once we have our wind trap gear, the Fremen we talked to promised to take us there and
Oh,
show us exactly where these Harkonnen soldiers are training.
I see. I see. Well, it is always good to have two pieces of information to make sure that they line up.
That's very true.
And many people owe me favors in our team. All right. So, Amy, what do you want to do about this guy?
Well, I mean, if she's safe in her safe house, then I want to turn around and follow him then.
Okay.
But I can't use my subtle step again, can I?
What is it? What is the restrictions on it?
When you attempt a move test to sneak or otherwise pass unseen through an area, or when you attempt to move an asset subtly during a conflict, the first extra d20 you purchase is for
You
free.
can still apply.
Okay.
You follow this guy.
Okay, so I'm going to do my move. And here I'd like to use duty, because now I feel like it's my duty to make sure that she and our house is protected.
Okay.
And my 3 dice, and let's hope for the best, and then my focus.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I haven't rolled yet.
I know.
Okay. Now I'm rolling. Oh, I like that. 4.
4. I don't know if I can get 4. We'll see. Oh, that's wrong.
Oh, is this contested?
Yep. I didn't get any successes. So you got, you got 4 momentum here.
I don't want to turn around and follow them.
Okay. Do you want to? You want to communicate to Bertrand?
Do
Or
we
just
have
follow
a
him?
way to, or do I have a way to communicate with him?
I don't know. How does that work in?
Probably not, right? There's not a lot of
Yeah.
like personal scale communication, right? There's like I think there are radios. There are definitely radios mounted in
Right.
vehicles, but there's
Mhm.
not really a lot of right. It's not like they have like Star Trek style communicators or
Yeah.
cell phones or anything like that. So, although you might be able to, I mean, in classic like space feudalism concept, right? That it's
Right.
people that are valuable. So if you could, like toss a coin to a kid on the street to go send me a message,
Hmm.
that would be like a classic thing.
Do I see a kid that's trustworthy?
You could probably try to find someone that's trustworthy. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to lose where this guy is going.
Yeah, I'd have to communicate to the kid, maybe using your trust to go tell Bertrand what you're doing.
Well, I mean, she's a scout, so if she's not back yet, he knows she's scouting. So I'll just
Yeah.
continue to follow him. I don't want
Okay.
to. I don't want to call too much attention to what I'm doing.
All right. Well, he goes. So you were like around this place. So he goes like in this direction. Oops, in this direction towards the old Harkonnen prison.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to intervene before that.
Is he by himself?
It seems like he's by himself.
Can I'll tell you what I want to do, and then you can tell me if I can do it.
Okay.
I want to use my sneak attack, and I want to use my duty while doing it. But can I invoke my master at arms and put it onto my knife?
Yeah, I think you can always do that, right? Is it per scene? Can you click on it and see? But I don't think it's per scene or anything.
What, master at
Right.
arms?
Yeah, click. Yeah, you can do that. I'm assuming you're going to gank him. So what you want to do, I think, is the first step is to use your move to see if you sneak.
Okay, so my move and duty.
And then if that's the case, then you can use your mastered arms and then try to get him.
And I'm not using my subtle step anymore, correct? Because I can't add the extra die with that, but I would like to take one of the momentum to give me 3
Okay.
dice.
Okay.
And I will use my stealthing focus.
Right, as a focus.
3.
Oh, yeah. That's
Put that 1 back. Definitely put the 1 back. And an extra.
I will use one threat.
So I don't get the extra.
No, I don't know yet. I have to see if he notices. 3 and 3, huh? Okay.
But
Oh no, sorry, at the first one. And you get it back. Oh, sorry, I rolled twice. So yes, you beat him because I only got 2 successes, and I also give you back a momentum because I got a 20. So he turns around way too late at the last second, and you can do what you need to do.
My sneak attack.
Yep. That's battle, right?
Battle, and then duty, and then how do I deal with? Okay, I want to use one of the so don't add the momentum back in there. I'll use it over here.
Okay.
But my Krisk knife is now a 2 instead of a 1. Because
if you hit him, he's going to be done.
Okay.
He's nothing. He's just a messenger spy, probably going to report to some people, and he's done.
I hit him.
Yep.
And I'd like to remove anything off of him that I can.
Okay. He definitely, as you kind of look at him, he has that kind of paleness about him that suggests some life, a bit of a life on Getty Prime, which is where the Harkonnens are from.
Okay, but
yes, the marks.
Does he have any coins or anything on him?
He probably has like a dagger.
Okay, I'm gonna take the dagger.
You probably want to drag his body somewhere.
That's all he had was a dagger. No money, nothing else.
He has some coins, but yeah, he probably has some coins, but
Okay, I'm gonna take the coin. I basically want to make this look like a robbery, and then
you can spend 2 momentum to create a truth that it is very convincing that it looks like a robbery, and if you want,
I'll do that. Create a truth.
Yep. Not a problem. Okay. A mugging gone south. Okay. You probably like, because your Chris knife is probably very, if someone were to some of a good physician or mortician, which the Harkonnen probably have, were to examine, they'd be able to tell like the Chris knife. So you probably stab him a few times with his own knife as
Yeah.
well.
And
A mud.
definitely in the same one, and then clean
Yeah.
myself up. And then when I get far enough away,
Hmm.
I'll try to stop like a city watch or something and say, I think I saw something going on, like a fight over there near the market.
Okay. That's probably going to entail a communicate. You can just leave them if you just want to.
I'll just leave him. And I'll hurry
Yeah.
back to Bertrand.
Okay. Cool. All right. So Bertrand, I don't know how long you wait at the Bitter Oasis for Layla, but Ibn Al-Mal is going to leave to take care of things, and says he'll contact you in the morning about the wind trap parts.
Well, I'm assuming we're staying at the hotel, right?
Yeah.
I would just meet Bertrand back there. I don't know that I would meet him back at the Oasis.
Well, it's probably at the hotel. It's like the bar at the bottom of the hotel. But yeah, same.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I'll hang out there for a little while longer, see if Layla is
Yeah.
coming back. And I figure I'm aware of the way that Layla doesn't always play by the rules, but I know she can handle herself for sure. So,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Layla does make it back. It doesn't take that long.
Is there enough coins that I took off of that guy that I could buy both Bertrand and I a drink?
Yeah, you guys have plenty of money and credit. You don't even need to use money. You don't even need to use money. You can even
No,
give that money to.
I want to make sure that that money is not associated with me. I don't want it on my person anymore.
Yeah, you could just throw it to some down and out Fremen and a Rakeen too. So either way, yeah, you could do that.
Okay. And then I'll
Just,
sit down next to Bertrand and say, I have a story to tell. So
Does it have a happy ending?
I think he got the point. I'll put it that way.
Haha.
So I made sure our friend made it to her not so safe house and was being followed by a Harkonnen. So I followed
good.
him and eliminated the problem.
Well then.
I brought his dagger back. And I'm
Yeah,
going to give his coins to that Fremen in there in the corner that was giving us information.
yeah, it definitely looks like Harkonnen make, but probably like a servant's dagger.
Mhm. Not likely to be the end of their organization on the planet, but certainly useful to take out their agents wherever we find them.
Yes, my thought pattern in bringing it back was maybe the next one that, shall we say, meets a demise like this, I could use their knife.
Mhm.
Yep. So
Well,
so you guys are gonna help the cause, right? You're not gonna betray them.
yeah, we're not. I
I'm
mean, not
betraying them.
right now, at least.
No, yeah.
Who knows how, alliances can
Okay.
shift quickly.
This is very
But
true. It's very true.
no, I think we're gonna help out
Okay.
and deal with
Them. Okay.
them and try to take down
Interesting.
these Harkonnen guys.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, it does allow you to pick sides, right?
Mhm.
So it gives you some agency. But of course, these decisions will have interesting ramifications in the future. But right now, I think we should take a little break, please.
Yeah.
Paused.
Okay. Well, the next day, I guess you get a message from Rional and Ibn Almal both.
Okay. What's our message?
Well, I mean, who do you want to meet first? Like a runner, I guess.
That's up to
Mhm.
Bertrand. I'm there to just kind of keep an eye on what's going on.
Uh, let's meet with Ibn al-Mal first, since it seems like we had specific stuff that we wanted from him.
Okay.
Versus Fional, we kind of had a like a general understanding we were working on, but we didn't really have like specific information we wanted from her.
Right.
You know, seems like that's a classic. Take care of the things that we know we want first.
Yep.
Okay.
Great.
And she's, maybe I don't know if this ever actually has worked, but it seems like someone who's high strung, maybe letting them cool their heels a little bit would be helpful. But I don't know. Every time that's happened to me in real life, it seems like someone has just gotten, angry about feeling like you're making them wait.
Okay. All right.
Well,
So you
I think the phrase is cooler heads will will prevail, but
Hmm.
very rarely do they.
all right. You meet up with Ibn al-Mal,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, "Oh, well, he brings you the he says that he has brought his people have brought the wind capacitors or whatever
Hmm.
The wind
the
trap
wind
repair
trap repair
components.
wind trap repair components. So if you need to give them to your Fremen allies,
Yes, they will very much appreciate these. Thank you.
he tells you, I believe the Atreides are also trying to make allies among the Fremen.
I'll be more than happy to speak with them in due time.
Right. I hear that there is an important meeting between this Duke Leto fellow and a leader of a nearby siege.
Is it a meeting?
Any case, that is a story for another tale.
Yes.
I will tell you that I have also picked up a tip from a smuggler who owes me a debt.
Oh.
The smuggler was slightly shortchanged by the Harkonnens for transporting spice cargo to one of their hidden caches.
Mm.
So they were more than happy to give Ibn el-Mal, your humble servant, the location of the stash in exchange for canceling his debt. The cache is heavily guarded, so the smugglers have not raided it themselves. But between you and the agents that you might have an alliance with, well, it's always good to liberate spice, yes?
Of course.
And everyone knows that the Baron, while he could care little for how many of his Harkonnen soldiers die, he cares about losing money.
Hmm. I would
At
think
least
it.
Ibn al-Mal humbly thinks so.
Yeah.
I think it'd be most funny if we removed the spice without them knowing it, and then they found it out. I would laugh at that.
Oh, very well. Well, I will. Let me see. Wait, what else? He might have some. He says, "Very well. When you are ready, my smugglers will. They have ways getting there very quietly. We should strike quickly tonight, even."
Mm,
And
that sounds good.
is this the same camp where they're training to attack?
I know nothing about that, but you probably think it's not.
Okay.
Mhm. Well, that's all right. I
That
think
seems
we can.
something else, something maybe sooner rather than later, but not sooner within the next few weeks or so, as
Yeah, yeah.
opposed to
Yes.
Well, let's go talk to Fional then. If this is all um, Ibn al-Mal has for us, let's
yes.
go
Well,
talk to.
but before we talk to her, is my Fremen contact there? That
Yeah, you can deliver that stuff. to them. That's not a problem.
And I'll ask him if he has the coordinates to where they're training in the desert.
The coordinates to where they're training in the desert.
That was the trade. You were going to give that to us when we gave you the components.
Yeah.
He says, yes, we will. They give you the coordinates.
Okay.
Cool. All right, well, let's go talk
It
to...
definitely is. It definitely you got from Ibn al-Mal. The spice cache is closer.
Uh-huh.
Right? It's like the Harkonnen. The Harkonnen, have some caches here and there, so they can. Well, I don't know why. That's kind of weird. They're supposed to have left, right? That's kind of technically that's illegal,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, but
yeah,
all part of the interaction between the great houses.
Yeah, it definitely is suspicious, right? Because there should be, right? You probably have heard of Liet Keynes, and he's supposed to be the observer.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's being paid off to look the other way.
Maybe. Who knows?
Layla wants to ask.
Well, the Harkonnen have a lot of money.
They do.
Yeah, they always do. Layla wants to ask Bertrand under her breath so no one else hears. Do you think calling one of the worms to dismantle that smuggler camp would be appreciated?
I mean, I think if a worm shows up, we're not going to be able to take the spice for ourselves very easily.
Right. And Jaleel likes to have for the house,
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mean to let the worm take the spice as well, but we take the spice, get it onto our apparatus of leaving, whether it is the helicopter or whether it's us leaving with it. But then when we're done, to cover our tracks, call the worm.
We certainly could do that.
You might not need to, but
yeah, I don't know if it seems like it isn't really necessary right now to decide on what we'll do as we're leaving the encampment.
Mm-hmm.
Very well.
To Bertrand, at least.
Right.
But Bertrand would like to go talk to Finial and tell her about this plan for the opportunity tonight as a show of good faith as much as anything.
Mm-hmm. Taking out the smuggler camp?
Yeah, well, since she has had such doubts about us, that we'll, be like, hey, we can, work together to get, tweak the Harkonnen's nose a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That, and I wonder if she knows that the Harkons know where her safe house is, by the way.
Yeah, it seems like we ought to talk a little bit about that with her, make sure she's...
Yeah.
I'll bring that up after you talk to her about business.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Yeah. I guess she might be a little surprised when we show up at her safe house, I'm realizing.
Well, I think
you want to wait.
I think she's supposed to meet us, isn't she?
Okay. Well, yeah, we could do that too. Yeah. I think she sent a runner. I was just thinking it would be...
yeah, you could go there. That'd be interesting. I don't know how that would go over, but you could.
Seems like that wouldn't go over as well. Seems like that's not the kind of demonstration we need to make right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. But,
not quite yet. We'll get
that was just a thought of that would probably freak her out after all the stuff worried about us.
Right.
By the way, I was sort of following you last night. That I don't know how I'm going to work that into the conversation, but I will.
Right. That's funny.
All right. Yeah. Let's meet up with her. And...
Oh, thanks.
She's very small.
I know.
I'll let you take the lead on this, Bertrand. I don't think she really wants to talk to me much.
Yep. There you go. I give her like assassin garb. Right?
Mm, nice. Cool.
Okay. All right. So this machine black. Oh, that looks good. Cool. All right. All right. Yeah. So you go and meet her and talk to her.
Yeah, we just want to tell her about the plan to deal with these smugglers tonight. Explain to her that it looks like they're working with the Harkonnens and we're gonna get some spice out of the deal. And if she wants to come along to help us mess with the Harkonnen spice production, that would certainly be appreciated.
So she kind of says, "Did you take Ibn Almal with you, or?"
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think so. I think we're just meeting with her.
Okay. All right.
I'm assuming we're just meeting with her. Who
Yeah, I
who
think just
she
with her,
brings
'cause-
is hers, you know.
yeah. Well, it sounded like Ibn al-Mal was like, since he was like, "Oh, we ought to do this right away," that he was going to gather up,
Gather the guys.
some
Yeah, that's
guys
true.
and all that.
All right. She goes, "Ah, I see. The spice cache. I think it would be worth it." And you say we will get to. You say that there are Harkonnen guiding it, so we will get to kill a few,
Seems like
and we will
that's
divide the spice between our parties. Payment for everyone. Enough.
yeah. We'll have to. I mean, some of the shares will have to come out for the forces that we're assembling, right? Some like local mercenaries or something. I assume. I don't know. We're letting our factor handle that bit, but you know,
Yeah, I
definitely
guess you
looks like
could.
there's money to
You
be
want to
made for
probably give some to
everybody.
the smugglers.
Yeah, that was my thought, is that like everybody involved, both of our groups are going to want some, but also all of the like men that we hire and stuff like that are going to want
Yeah.
some. I mean, they
Right.
probably won't want like direct spice, but they'll want, money from the sale and all that. So
Do you have like an asset, like troops from your house?
I don't think you're supposed to start with, because it specifically says personal assets when you
Well,
Okay.
make your
When can
we
you
character.
get?
But we
have
can,
we have what, the 5 smugglers
Oh,
that
you have the
have
smugglers
our
from before.
promises that joined our house.
yeah. Well, and there's rules for making new assets, so we could use that for calling in
Yeah.
some buddies.
Well, I think those smugglers that you helped before, have become an asset. And if you wanted to keep things that keep your house out of it, that would not be a bad thing to use, right?
That's a good point. So yeah, let's say our squad of smugglers will be our asset for
Right. Okay.
But
fighting.
Layla wants to lean into, is it Final?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
say,
Biennale.
Final, I hope you are not displeased, but I did follow you last night to your home to make sure you made it safely. Were you aware that there was a Harkonnen assassin following you the whole night?
She's like shocked that you followed her.
I removed him from being a problem for you. I did not enter the place that you were staying. But I think you need to be more careful about calling attention to yourself.
She says, "I am a House Ekaz assassin.
The
But I've
Harkonnen
heard of."
know where your safe house is, and you're very close to the prison where they like to be.
She says, "But I've heard that you Fremen have your ways."
What do you mean by
She
that?
goes, "Well, at first, I must admit that at first I'm incredulous that you could follow me.
You were very
But you have,
easy to follow.
but well, again, I've heard that the Fremen have their ways. Uh, Lord, good Bertrand of House Altoforte, how do you hire or how do you bring these Fremen into your service? Could you make us an introduction to their clan?
I'm standing right here. You could just ask me.
Don't think anything of it, Layla. This is how many of the imperial houses treat the Fremen.
Ah, this is why they
She
would
says
not
that
help you.
because
Because
I
of
meant
the
no
way you're
offense.
treated.
I meant no offense, but if a servant could track me down, imagine what a soldier could do or a proper
Precise,
Fremen's.
precisely why I'm alerting you.
Hmm.
I have dispatched him. He is of no problem to you. But you might want to change your safe house. You're not safe there. They know exactly
Yes,
where you
yeah,
are.
that's probably a good idea. We will move. I will tell my people to. Um, I will tell my people to move the house, and we will. Yes. Well, I owe you. Then I owe House Alto Forte another service. If we would have been found out, well, our our heist would have been stopped before it even started. We will. She extends her hand finally to Bertrand and then to Layla, and we will do this.
Layla will shake her hand, but only after Bertrand does.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do this.
Okay. All right. Uh, well, so you get a word from Ibn al-Mal, and then you probably pass it on to her
Mhm.
that you're gonna meet where you're gonna meet to probably down near the spaceport landing field area. And when you get down there, Ibn al-Mal, he kind of meets you there at the spaceport landing, but he says I will stay here in Arakim. Um, I could do one more thing. So she has people with her. Do I have your smugglers? Oh, I do. I have them. I'll probably just get like one smuggler to represent you.
We have
Yeah, I
four.
put the smuggler squad on my sheet for assets
Okay, cool.
so that just to keep track of
Yeah, I'll just
smuggler squad.
bring it over, and then she has people as well.
And she's
She's
from
a
her
group.
own house, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
she's
House
she's
Ekaz Kill
she
Squad agents.
she's not employed by them. She's actually part of that house.
Yes, yes. Yeah, you get the Bertrand. You get the feeling she's like the house assassin or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one more thing. Everyone, close your eyes. No,
Hmm.
I'm just kidding. You know how to.
It's a little hard for people watching the TV to close their eyes and
I
still
know it
watch
is.
the TV.
Right,
While they're waiting for you to put the secret surprise up there, they could hit that like button and subscribe.
right. Okay.
Especially if they like the fact that we stealthed over to her safe house and then took care of the assassin for her.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. I wish there's a way I could make all these people the
It's okay.
same size. But how big are you guys?
Well, I would dare say we don't have bloated heads, so we're
Right,
the
right.
size we're supposed to be.
You could when you're setting up the tokens, you can put a grid on the sheet and then turn it off once they're all on the sheet, and they'll all be the grid size, but won't be restricted to grid movement.
I gotta wait and do it.
Oh, well then.
Well, but good enough.
He doesn't need us now.
Yep.
I
All right.
apologize for my cat purring in the background here.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So the game is so the Ibn Almal, because he's the exposition uncle today. He says,
Mhm.
the spice cache facility is located about 500 miles from Arakeen. There's no way to get to it by land. Well, but you have a Fremen. In any case, there's a rock. The smugglers tell me, introduces you to them. The rocky outcrop is a small, flat area suitable for landing a large ornithopter and wide enough entrance to allow people side by side to descend underground. The chambers are about 30 feet below. The entrance is a simple camouflage plasteel door.
Hmm.
So,
Could
any
we
case,
could we land the ornithopter on top and then rappel down?
I will not be joining you, so you will do what you can do what you must. And she brings her and her agents. So like the agents are an asset, and the smugglers are your asset.
Okay.
So we could, yeah, cool. All right. So we could do. It should be interesting. All right. Okay.
All right.
So late at night,
Are we switching to another map?
I don't think we need to. We could do everything. I think we could do everything here.
I'll move up to where the sand is up here then, because otherwise we're looking at the city.
You know what? I can switch things. Just give me a sec.
Okay.
It's probably a good idea.
We'll just take a quick pause. Unpaused.
All right. So the smugglers, you get to the spaceport. The smugglers carry all flies out into the evening. It arrives very silently and touches down for everyone on board. The journey is quick and quiet.
That's how we like it, quick and quiet.
Yep. I don't know if you want to mention anything to Fianol or if you even want to pilot it. I'm not sure. I don't know if any of you are pilots. I'm not sure. I thought the Mentat was a pilot, if I recall correctly.
I think so, but
yeah,
I'm not.
But it doesn't matter.
I'm a scout.
Yep. Okay. Right.
I would like to remind everybody before we get off about how to walk on the sand is to not call the worms.
Okay. And then you're met by not just Elmal, but a couple other Ekaz personnel who are not going on the raid, and they collect coded communications. They tell you they've switched safe houses on your advice, and also to detail it when you arrive and all that kind of stuff. All right. So you arrive at the base. You land on the rocky outcrop.
Okay. Is the base down here?
A base is like somewhere in here. But look, there's some people maybe. All right, so you kind of follow the instructions.
Okay.
Does she have? I know she had some stuff. All right, so unless you guys have some stuff, I don't know if you do.
What do you mean by that?
Like any assets I could break into. I don't need him anymore.
Assets I could break into what?
The place. Remember, it was like I described it. What is going on here? Sorry, something weird happened.
Can I use my sneak attack?
No, I don't.
Or my stealth?
I have to refresh. Don't worry about it.
Paused.
All right, so you kind of land on the spice cache there on the outcrop. The entrance is wide enough to allow two people side by side as you descend to the chambers, and then there's a camouflage plasteel door that probably needs to be opened. I don't know if anyone has an asset that can do that. Do you guys have that? If not, the Ekaz might have something.
I don't think so. I just have stealth and sneak attack. Do you have anything, Bertrand?
Not for like unlocking a door or anything like that. No.
Okay. Well, some of the house kill squad agents, they bring like a tool out type of thing. Her. And then she gets out she has a dart gun in one hand. She also gets out like a hunter seeker to send out in front when they open this thing. So I will see if it is opened hard or soft. But she says, "Is everyone ready? Just in case, we will try to open it quiet like."
I would appreciate you opening it quietly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can contribute
How would I
any
contribute?
Oh, you don't have any momentum. You can contribute a momentum if you want to this, you guys. Do you want to contribute one momentum? I'm rolling 2 dice. My target number is a 9.
I guess.
Sure. Let's put a momentum in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. Well, there's a big it's a lot louder and there's a big kaboom as it opens up. But as it opens into like a 50 by 50 room with a makeshift barracks, you see like some setup of maybe kitchen, latrines on one side. The other side is a communication table and stacks of pallets containing melange and all these drums. You see a dozen guards who are playing cards and games of chance get to their feet.
Can I get into the shadows and stealth behind?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. You gotta let the GM do his like description or monologue.
We'll go.
Player. All right, so you see a couple squads of Harkonnen there. Unfortunately, they're not surprised. Because of the
Is this
the
their
loudness.
leader?
And you see like their leader.
Okay.
He's trying to rally them. Okay, so I guess we jump into combat action type stuffs. You guys have one momentum left so far. I have 3 threats. Okay, so I think players go first.
Well, Layla would like to sneak behind this guy using her subtle step.
Okay.
And then if she successfully uses her sneak attack on him.
All right, so you'll do your move, and then that doesn't trigger a switch to the initiative, because then Fianel is also going to try to do that to sneak.
Okay.
But you can go first.
And I'm going to use my subtle step. That gets
Yep,
me my extra D20. And I'm going to use my stealth focus. And we're going to keep our fingers crossed. 1.
Nice.
But at least
you need 2. No, you need 2 successes. Okay.
Whatever.
All right. Okay. So you move into position, but you're kind of confronting him. You're confronting him now.
But that was to sneak over there. I haven't done my sneak attack.
Right. You have to do that next round. Yeah. The move was unsuccessful, so now I switch to them. So initiative passes.
Can I use my purple?
You can use your purple to reroll those 2 dice, yes.
Okay, how do I re-roll the 2 dice?
Just roll 2d20 and get under 16. You just need one success. So, oh, what's your focus?
What do you mean?
Oh, your skill is 8.
My move is 8, and then I use duty, which is also 8.
Okay.
And
So
then I have stealth as my focus.
that's 5. That ends up being 5 successes, doesn't it,
Well, 6
Arlen?
total, right? Or
1 for the first roll, and then you re-roll these a 3 and a 5. It's under your skill with the focus, so
Yeah,
that
so 5
5
successes.
successes. You only needed
You
2, so
needed
you have 3.
2,
You
yeah.
have 3 momentum. Okay.
okay,
So you can't attack yet, but I'm gonna put you like behind him because that was a successful sneak.
okay,
Okay, I'm gonna do the same for her because we haven't passed initiative over yet.
okay.
If you guys are cool with that, you can. I mean, it's an NPC. I could screw up. I mean, she's pretty good, but
Well, if she screws up and he goes to attack her, then I can still get my sneak attack, right?
that's probably true. Yes,
So no harm, no foul, in
right.
my opinion.
She has an assassin trait though,
What do you think, Arlen?
so I'll probably lower. I'm probably gonna lower the move for her because she does this all the time. Do you want to give moment? Allow you to give her momentum if you want.
That's up to Arlen. I'm fine with giving one. Are you okay, Arlen? With giving one momentum?
You guys have 4 momentum right now because you had 1,
Well, there's
and then
only
you
3 up there, but
and you needed 2. Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys
so
got 3.
yeah, let's let her use 1.
okay. Back down to 3.
Okay. All right. And she does have a focus. All right, that is 3 successes. So you get your momentum back, and
Yeah.
she's also in position. All right.
Okay. Now they get to go, right?
Yeah, no,
'cause
she
she did-
succeeded. So yeah, you guys are in. I'll put you guys like back here, like flanking.
Yeah.
No, because you guys both made it. So Bertrand, you can do something, or you can have her kill squad do something, or whatever.
I think I should try to destroy some assets. And by destroy some assets, I mean get rid of these hearkening guards.
Mm-hmm. I'm cool with that.
Okay.
All right.
Can you see their names? The name of the dude? Yep.
I cannot see the name of the dude.
No.
All right. Oh, if you want to do free battle roll, and you might have a trait since you're a war master. This could be a battle 0 to know
who
this
he
person.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Battle truth. Do a free roll like that.
Yeah. So that's 1 momentum. Is that a success and 1 momentum? Is that all right? It's 0.
Yeah. Difficulty 0. So a success plus 1 momentum.
Okay. Cool. So you guys got 5 momentum now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you got the name of the.
Technically 4. We gave 1 to her, and you didn't take it off, and then I.
No, but she got it back.
She got it back. Oh, okay.
So you recognize him as Uman Kudu, who is a house guard, Harkonnen guard captain.
All right. So I'm going to guess, since these are elite guard, that they're going to take a little more to get rid of. Normally, targeting an asset is a difficulty of 2. If the asset is being wielded directly by a character, it is a contest instead. So yeah, I guess a contest with him. So I'm trying to get rid of guard squads, basically, using my guys to, pin them down and kill them off and all that sort of stuff.
So this is what's kind of happening, right?
Yeah. So I'm leading my troops to try to get rid of some of his troops, basically.
Okay.
We're both using assets to fight. So why don't you have him roll his defense
like his
first?
battle, right?
Yeah, his battle roll with whatever else for how difficult it's going to be to deal with some of his assets.
Okay. All right. So battle.
And then,
I'm going to do battle power.
yep.
Um, okay. Cautious spends that to play. Okay. I'm going to give you guys another momentum because he's cautious. So let's show you what that does. So I give you guys a momentum to use his cautious so I can buy an extra d20.
Oh, I think that's so. That one is specifically you have to spend threat for D20.
Yeah, but I don't. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's you spending because I have
Oh,
the other
duh.
version of that, which is that I get
I
rerolls if
thought he was.
I
I got it. He was
do.
spending.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I spend threat. Okay. So I will spend. I will buy. I'll spend one threat. So I probably need it for him.
yeah.
Um. So it gives him 3 dice. He's cautious, and he can reroll one of these dice. Um. He does have tactics as a focus. Oh, well, let's keep that up. But none of those are under. So it's still three successes. None of those are under his tactics or his battle.
All
So
right.
three
Well, that's
successes.
not great, but not too bad. Okay, I'm going to give you one die of threat for one D20 because I have the other version of that.
Oh, so you spend momentum then, right?
No, I give you I buy one die with threat, and then I can buy
Gotcha.
more dice with momentum. So
Gotcha.
you get one threat, and then I'm gonna take 2 momentum from the pool, so we're down to 3,
Okay.
so that I'll have 4 dice to roll against his thing. And I think power is the one that fits for here. So that seems right. Um, okay, 4 dice. And I have my trait tactician also in this
Oh, right.
situation, but he
Okay. Yeah,
probably has that too, right?
no, his trait is different.
Oh,
His
well,
trait is keep his head down, so that would be useful when people are trying to attack him.
but
but
not for
but
this.
trait,
Okay.
so you can use that to
Yeah, I'll
draw
use
at
my
people.
tactician for taking advantage of this situation.
So lower it to 2.
So down to 2. Here's 4 dice, and with a focus. Oh, look at
4
that.
4.
successes. All right, so one of these is
All right.
gone then. That's 2, right?
And
How much damage do you do?
it's just I beat his difficulty, so I hit an asset. But then I
Mhm.
spend those extra 2 points of momentum for decisive action
Mhm.
and remove a second enemy asset. So
Okay. What if they cost more than one?
what do you mean?
If it costs more than one to get rid of.
Oh, I guess I don't know how that would work. Because it's targeting an asset normally just gets rid of it.
Ah.
Um, that if you
Okay,
a
but you're
tangible
spending you're
asset.
spending you're spending more. You're giving me more threat, right? Is that what you're doing? No.
No, I'm spending. So I needed 2 successes to succeed, and then I got
Yes.
two
Two
extra for
more.
2 more momentum.
Oh,
And I'm just
awesome.
spending those 2 momentum directly into
Okay,
decisive
that's fine.
action to get rid of another asset, which
All
I
right.
think doesn't necessarily kill all of them, but it does like they're pinned down and they're not going to be fighting anymore, demoralized and whatever else.
Okay.
Because there's a specific note that tangible assets aren't necessarily destroyed; they're just
Yeah, they're
inaccessible.
they're pinned down. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we got that.
And then one more.
Oh,
I'm
I'll
gonna
do this
use
for.
my once per scene command an ally or subordinate to act, so that Layla can get another strike at this Harkonnen leader that she has outflanked.
Okay. So
Okay.
you did.
Well, I
So
haven't
say you
taken
did
my
like 2
sneak
damage.
attack yet, so do I get the sneak attack plus the attack from Arlen's character?
Yeah, you'll get your sneak attack as a focus on this.
Right, but what I'm saying is on my turn I would have gotten sneak attack. So you're having me go before my turn?
Well, what does sneak attack do
It's a
specifically?
focus. It's a focus.
It's my focus in battle.
Yeah,
Okay,
so you
so
just your focus would apply in the
yeah,
sneak
whenever
attack.
you attack with a sneak attack, you get to apply it,
Okay.
which
But
is
can I use my master at arms? I was going to use that on my turn, but I don't know that I get to do that if you're commanding me to stab him, right?
What's can you click on it? I want to see.
Master at arms makes my knife a 2 instead of a 1.
Yeah, you could do that. I mean, it doesn't say like it costs.
I have to spend 1 momentum to improve it.
yeah, it's just a
Yeah,
one
it's
momentum
just a
cost, but it's
momentum spend. Yeah,
Yes.
not a
not an
an
action
action.
really. Yep,
Yeah.
But then it stays until the next conflict in the scene.
yep.
Yeah.
So would that
Okay.
last for my sneak attack and Arlen's telling me to attack him?
Yeah, it's the whole scene.
Okay.
Yeah. It's your knife is more deadly basically for the rest of this fight.
Okay, I'll give
Okay.
him. I'll see if I can. I'm going to put his quote unquote hit points here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
Alright.
think just to interject for a second, I think part of the idea is that me attacking his assets doesn't necessarily get rid of him, and so he could potentially rally his troops, right? Like
Right.
that would be the kind of interplay back and forth.
Okay.
Until at some point we've dealt with like enough of them that they couldn't be rallied. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
did. I
how.
did like damage to them.
Yeah, that's what I
So
figure is that kind of right classic, pinned down,
pinned
taking
down, but
some
you took
damage,
some
but they're
out.
not
Yeah.
actually out of the
Right.
fight necessarily.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do I get my extra D20 for subtle step or no because I'm already there, right?
You don't need the subtle step. No, but you can take another momentum if you want, or the other two momentum.
I only need I have to spend 1 to get the master at arms. Did you take that off already?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
The shift.
Oh, I
So
guess I could
owner.
technically. I don't know.
What's that?
Oh, I was thinking I could re-roll that one that didn't succeed on my roll, but it's not important. Remembering all the things. Yeah, so
Okay.
you should just do a battle with whatever for
Yeah.
stab him in the back, Amy.
So
Okay.
does she? If she takes more momentum, does she have to take 2 this time because she spent 1, or just 1 this time?
I think it's per action. So she could take 1 and get 1 die. She could take 2 and give a threat for
Yeah.
2 dice.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
I'm just gonna take the 1 extra.
because you
And
can.
then I'm gonna hope that I'm being very good and
Yeah.
using my focus and stabbing at him and
Mhm.
unaliving him
Okay.
for
Let's do
1
it.
success. All of that for 1. Now, do you want me to stab again, or do you want me to wait for my turn again? Because that was you commanding me.
Yeah. Just wait for your turn.
Okay,
They're still got stuff to do. Like it's their turn now.
Yeah, they're gonna get to go.
So, but then with 1 success though.
but my knife is a 2 at the moment.
Do I have to roll for him for his defense? Yeah, I do, don't I?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but he only has a 7. Wow, understanding truth is awful for this guy, but hopefully nothing. Sorry, I should have done. We did the order incorrectly. We got 1 success, so he blocked at the last second.
Okay.
It's okay. All right. All right. He's not the captain of the guard for nothing. Okay. So you went. So they go. I think he has to fight, doesn't he? But he likes to keep his head down. Right. He's going to try to. I think it's a good idea. He's going to try to rally his troops with power. So if he succeeds, does he have to roll against your? Is it a test?
Let me look it up. Um,
Although now that he's in combat, maybe he's not going to be able to do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so there isn't.
No, he's not going to. Don't worry about it. He's not going to do that. He has a statement in his drive says selfishness is survival. So he's
Okay.
gonna. So let me
Yeah, I
cancel out of
don't
this.
see a way to recover an asset. There is aiding an ally if somebody else has been taken down, which I guess might be the thing to do. Yeah, that would probably be the way to do it is to aid an ally, but that's a pretty difficult
Yeah.
thing
Right. Well,
to
he's
make
gonna
happen.
pull out his knife and try to stab at Layla, our back. So I'll roll first, Amy, and then you can defend against this
And what do I roll for defense? My sneak attack?
battle and knife or whatever. No focus in this case. You got one success. Just gotta get one success, really, right? Because tie goes to the
Yeah.
defender.
Yeah.
So battle.
I got one.
Nice. Nice.
All right, so you're able to block his knife, like they're knife fighting there.
Yeah.
Okay, that was him.
So now
So is there anyone else?
Do I get
No,
my
there's-
sneak attack now?
No, you still have one more on your side. This group.
Okay.
Well, I think they're just an asset, right? For her.
Yeah, but yeah.
Because our spice smugglers haven't gotten it either.
Well, he used him as an asset to
Yeah.
okay.
pin these guys down.
Well, I think technically they're supposed to be either an asset or a character, but not they're not if they're an asset, they're not supposed to be able to act on their own. They kind of only act when you direct them to.
Right.
Um but we could also, I mean, we could just have them be they're helping with the guards.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they're
Right.
helping with the guards.
Okay.
So they're gonna move in and help out. Oh, we're turned back here. He's directing the smugglers. Well, because she's not gonna have time to.
Yeah, she's
direct them,
busy.
right?
I'm commanding the troops and she's busy doing her assassin stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing her assassin stuff.
Yep. Okay. All right. So they're gonna do battle. They probably all should have moved into, but it's too late for that. Oh yeah, because they screwed up on the thing, so they couldn't. Yeah. They have to then. And do focus. I'm gonna get. Oh wow, 3
Mm-hmm.
against the Harkonnen. Yeah. Against 2. All right, so this one. So these guys are pinned down and they just taken some loss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. New round. Is that right? Everyone's gone. You went
Yeah. I think that's everybody.
because the Harkonnen, the elite guard, until he has to rally them, they're just taking damage.
Yep.
Effectively, right? You can't be used. All right. So he wants to go first.
What, can I finally get my sneak attack in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you want Fional to go first.
Fine.
No, I think you can. Amy, why don't you go? Why don't you try to get him?
Because
I'm gonna
apparently
roll.
Carl wants her to go first.
No,
No,
unless you want her to go first.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use another threat of his. He's got to try to survive, Amy.
I don't
Battle.
want him to survive. I don't really care much.
Power. 2 die, 3 dice. No focus. So. Wow, I got 4 successes.
I'm not going to
Oh.
be able to do anything about that because we only have 1 momentum in there.
You can buy. You can buy threat.
I think it's fine. You can just try to hit him, and if we don't succeed, we took away some of his threat from his defense because he used it for his defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
You gonna take the momentum or no? No.
No, what if we need it?
Okay.
2.
All right.
I wouldn't be able to hit it. Wouldn't make any sense to try and spend the extra die.
Yeah. So he's able to defend. Right.
Oh.
You only do damage on your path, right?
Yeah, only when you're attacking do you. It's not like cohorts where you do
Okay.
damage fighting.
All right. Well, he's gonna attack back, and you're the only one he knows is there. So
At the moment.
yeah. Let me roll for that. Battle power. Right, I got 3 successes. Wow.
I think you're cheating over there.
You gotta.
I only got 2, so.
No, you get to. Oh, okay. All right, so you get damage. You take 1 damage.
I don't know how to put that on this sheet.
Oh no, 2 damage. Right, 2 damage.
I don't know how to put that on this sheet.
I'll just put like a little 2 with a red dot on you.
Why would I take 2 damage? He only hit me
'Cause-
once.
Yeah, well, you'll do like 4 points of damage if you hit because you have.
Yeah, you do damage based on the quality of your asset that you use to hit.
+2.
+2.
Yep.
Yeah, two for hitting, an extra 2
Yep.
for the quality in your case.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. So, but you can take what's your highest skill? I think it's 8, right?
What do you mean?
That's how many quote unquote hit points you have is based on your highest skill.
Everybody's highest skill is 8.
Yeah, so you
Not-
got to do 8, huh?
Not necessarily, but yeah, you probably have an 8.
When we were
Oh, it'd be
making-
battle.
Well, when we made the characters, you said we could not go higher than 8.
Yeah, but you don't have to go up to 8 necessarily. So,
Yeah.
like, I have 2 7s instead of 1 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I have 8.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What's your highest? Technically, your highest skill, right?
Yeah.
Or is it your pertinent skill?
I think it's your highest.
Yeah.
Let me double
I believe
check.
so. Anyway, okay. That was them. So do you want Bertrand? You want to go?
I think it says appropriate skill for the character, which
So
I think
battle.
means appropriate to the specific
Yeah. What's your battle?
conflict.
My battle is 5, but my move and stealth is 8.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Bertrand, do you want to go or do you want Fional to go?
I can go because I think I'm gonna try to finish off these guards,
Okay.
or do more damage basically to make it so that they aren't going to be a threat at all anymore. So you can have 1 more threat, and I will take the 3 dice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use. Can I use both the smugglers and the kill squad to try to hit both of them? Like have smugglers hit one and kill squad hit the other.
Yeah, because she's not really doing anything.
Yeah, that's my thought. Is just since I'm taking command, I guess they need whatever their defense is going to be.
Oh, right. Good defense. Okay. Battle duty. They're desperate. The focus. Wow, 3 successes.
Well,
man. I used the threat though.
Yep, that's okay. Yeah, I'll just do it like this. Trying to hit both of them for damage. And I get to re-roll that one that didn't score.
Right.
because of my bold
Mhm.
1 die using a focus. Oh no!
So it's
All right.
a
Looks like
push.
we're tied up.
Right.
Oh well.
So he already went. They're pinned down. At least they're still pinned down, right? They
Yeah,
can't.
yeah. They're
He
they're
hasn't been
still
able
they
to
just
rally.
didn't take any more like hit
Yeah.
point damage basically.
Right. So then she's gonna go. Right. I'll roll for him first.
You gonna use your last threat?
No. I got one success. She has got duty. No rest until every Harkonnen is dead. Yeah. Battle. Oh, I wonder what this does. Okay.
Oh wait,
This-
actually I on mine I still have my tactician
Oh, so you
trait,
lowered by
right?
one.
So I
Yeah.
should lower it by 1, so my
So
3 should
so they took
score.
they took 2 damage. She can. Which one do you want it? The same one or the?
Well, I wanted each of my squads to hit one of their squads. Basically, is the idea.
Okay. So this one is
So 1 and 1.
no. It's like 2 and
Well, I
2,
think
right?
2 and 2. Yeah, each of them, the assets no longer being used in the scene,
Yep.
but or no longer being used um, for this round,
Okay.
but taking shots basically. Yeah. Yes, that's what I wanted.
Oh, here she has a focus. Oh, so she hits him. Right. So 2 points of damage. Um, right. It's 2 to 1. Yeah. So 2 points of damage. Correct. Yep. All right. So she slices him. And I don't know. Can I do that? I guess you use one or the other, right? Knife or poison or both. But they're both 0
Yeah,
assets. They're both 0.
presumably.
So all right. Okay. I think that's it for everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Back to the top. Layla, if you would.
And I need to run after this round basically,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
since it's 10.
Yeah.
so hit him, Amy.
I'm trying to. If you aren't you rolling first to see what I
Yes.
do?
Yep. Power. One success. Is that right? Yep. One success.
And can I use my subtle step?
I
Because I'm trying to stealth at him here.
don't think you
It
can use.
says otherwise pass unseen. Guess
I don't think
probably
you can
not.
use subtle step. No.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna give you threat, so don't even ask me, Carl.
Are you going to give me threats?
3,
Oh, 3.
and my knife
Right.
is at 2.
Yeah. So that's going to be. So 3. So you beat him by. So you put 2 momentum back in the. No, 1 momentum back in the
1.
pool, right? Yeah.
Yes, 1.
1 momentum back in the pool, and he takes 4 damage. Is that correct? 2 plus the assets worth.
Yeah, I think there's a way to spend momentum on a hit for extra damage, but I'm looking at it right now, and I will.
I think so. Yeah, be 5 then, right? If that's the case.
No, it looks like you can spend momentum to do an injury, but not. Oh no. Okay, you can spend 2 points of momentum to increase the quality of the asset by +1 for that attack only. So you could potentially spend. Oh, you don't have 2 momentum to spend, So that's not important. The one I was thinking of is you can spend 2 points of momentum to do a lasting injury when you take somebody out. If you want to like give them a scar or take a hand or something. I guess I don't know.
Well, in any case, it's going to be 2 plus the quality of her asset, which is 2 right now. So that's 4 damage, right?
Yeah, big 4 damage on the hit.
So
Nice.
he's defeated.
And then just keep the
Nice.
1 in momentum.
Yeah. So he's defeated.
Excellent.
Layla's
Okay.
going to ask him to drop down his
I don't think I
weapon.
have threat to do anything, do I?
Just the 1 threat.
To
So
pop
I don't
back
think
up.
enough. Yeah, I think.
I didn't give you any threat.
Yeah, I think I need to pop back up. You need like 2 threat or something, right?
So it's 1 plus the quality of the asset that caused the defeat. So it would be 3 threat.
3. Yeah, I need
So,
3
not
threat.
enough.
Yeah, I cannot. All
Okay.
right. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I
Well,
think that's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Excellent.
unless you stop her, Fional. I mean, Fional's going to kill him, even though you know you might want some information from him.
Well,
it's-
Layla would have asked him to drop his weapons, and then she would be standing there. She would not allow her to kill him, because maybe we want information from him.
So give me a power communicate. Bertrand can help if you wish. These guys who are pinned down.
Yeah, I will help. No focus. Nothing from me. For the communicate.
I do not believe I have a focus, so no.
Okay.
Well then.
Yeah. Well, she kills him. That's
all right.
That's her duty. All right. But yeah, well.
Next time we'll see what he had on him.
Yeah, next time we'll wrap it up as you guys defeat these guys and see what the consequences might be. I think once he goes down, these guys are going to surrender.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
cool.
pretty chewed up. Unless the smugglers, like these guys, are going to get murdered. But the survivor, the smugglers might try to take this guy, surround him, and say, "Hey, man,
help us." Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well,
but thanks for playing, Arlen, Amy.
Running.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll see you soon for some more Dune.
Bye.
Adventures in the Empire. Good night.
Good rolling.
Okay. Cool. Sorry.